So let's take from there. A big shout out to you all. Something big is happening. Something good is coming. So God Almighty bless you all richly, please. Share this very broadcast. So this is a brief one. Very, very brief and meaningful. There's one or two things I want to be exposing to you right away. Back up, you know how to do it now. Scriptural verses also accompanying what I'm about to share with you. Now, let me put you through the introduction of the topic before we share. Resist the devil and it will flee from you. Civil disobedience activated, you have to do that immediately. Civil disobedience activated. I'm going to be telling you the reason why. I'm reiterating today again why you have to activate civil disobedience. You have to activate it. You have it inside of you. The actual time you are supposed to bring it out. Then 1,000 years peace treaty have been signed. 1,000 year peace treaty have been signed. I'll be explaining that to you. NATO, EU, WEF, UN, World Health Organization was created for their personal selfish interest, for their personal interest. Then Agenda 2030, the New World Order, and the Great Reset. They want to control everything about you. So that's that. So please, as I'm sharing my own here, also do yours likewise. As I'm sharing my broadcast from here, also do yours likewise. Please don't always be ashamed as you watch us all the time. Don't always be ashamed or afraid to share a video. At the end of the day, you go to find out that it is our word that's going to stand. Everything we have said is what is going to take place. Now, as we talk, now so it won't be. There's no two ways about it. They have to obey every word we've said. If we said this, that's going to be removed, it will be removed. Because we are the masterpiece of the Most High. That's why you can see right now Nigeria is still facing calamity. There's calamity everywhere as they put us for bondage. There's calamity in all their lives. So that's that. So for you to be associated with this exalted struggle, I think you should take it as a privilege. Because the time is going to come, you will even be arguing with people. Hey, now me if I know that guy. Now me if I know that guy. You start bringing the proof out on how you have been sharing a video. If at the end of the day you have no proof to show for it, it's not my photo. So that's why you have to keep some certain evidence. It must definitely go down. Everything we have said must be confirmed. You are going to be seeing all the manifestations everywhere. The Bible says not how far but how where. So every one of us is going to give account of our stewardship. So that is it. So please, if you are watching, the first thing you do is to share. Now I'm going to be telling you the reason why I say you should resist the devil. The reason why I said you should resist the devil, I'm going to be giving you reason for it, because they are about regrouping themselves again. They are regrouping themselves again. And this is going to be the last battle. This is going to be the last battle. The last civil disobedience you are going to be doing to help yourself. It doesn't matter the mistakes that you might have made. I told you before now, you can start late and still become the latest. It does not mean how many times you fall. It does not matter. But what matters is how many times you're able to rise. So let nobody bamboozle you. Don't be chantuzzled by all these shenanigans. All our battle, we are going to win all. We are going to win all. And we fight the most difficult battles. If we say this government is going to be removed, it will be removed. Because God has given us the power to lay curses and dethrone every leaders that are not ready to do the will of our Father which is in heaven. That's who God has made us to be. We have the right and the mandate to dethrone every leader. By our mouth, we don't use sophisticated weapons. Our word has been ordained. All things we are able to announce to you, this is the leader that's going to be leading us in Nigerian politics to transition to global greatness. Do not stop praying. Do not stop praying. Anytime we see that we are not a leader, that he just came for some kind of reason or the other, still be praying that God will bring a better one. But who you are seeing in Nigeria, no, we don't. The God of our ancestors never accepted it. And as many people who supported him, so we're going to be seeing that later. We're going to be seeing the calamity that grows in then later. And a lot of people have been clotted with the cloth of shame. So many persons have been clotted with shame. So many persons going to be clotted with shame. Please, if you are watching, sharing demanded, please. If you are watching, sharing demanded, please. Very, very important to share. Very, very important. If you are watching, sharing demanded, please. Please, I'm not seeing any comments. I think we are supposed to be commenting by the grace of God. I think we are supposed to be commenting. Your love and light, let it be a born again love and light. I don't know whether it's my device. I'm not seeing any comments. I'm not seeing any comments. If now common word on you feel see right. All those things on your bottom, man. So what I'm about to share with you right now also have a way of catapulting you to a realm where angel play mamako. You know, when the time comes, everybody's going to give account of his still worship. How many negative false narrative you're able to change? How many lives you were able to save? That's what is going to count. So the way people are counting their achievements in social media is not the way we are going to be counting it later. We are going to be counting it based on how many narratives were you able to change, or how many struggle. Were you a politician all through, you were just a comedian all through, or you were talking to the government, building up enabling environment through your comedy skit or whatever. When we say whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall reap, please, that thing is of a huge significance. Our fight is for salvation, for humanity and redemption. We become enemy to a lot of aliens because we don't want their co-brothers and sisters to die. So anyone that fight against us wants you to die. That's just the full meaning. Any person that say Uduhueme is bad, know that that person does not want you to stay alive. That's just the true meaning. He's just trying to start doing like this because we not get what they do person. We not get what they do person. So our own is to speak the truth. He said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That's what the book of John chapter 8 verse 32 told us. And the reason why we keep on bombarding them with the same word of God, this is the same word they use in putting us into mental slavery. This is the same word they use to indoctrinate us. This is the word they use to put us in religion circles. So this is the same word we are going to use to liberate ourselves. Crying upon the God of our ancestors and all Emidus and Ogiso. That's what we are going to be using. Please, if you are watching, very, very important, you have to share. If you are not sharing our video, you are committing sin. Oh. A lot of people, whether they are afraid to associate themselves with us, they hide, they watch us. But they have been following us for decades of years, but they can never share a video. Okay, what certificate of occupancy are you to show tomorrow? Now really you were sharing a video. Certainly just nothing. Nothing really for you to show that really, to show that you were sharing a video when the time comes. Like me, everybody all know I'm a die-hard supporter of Donald J. Trump. I know they hide down. So, what are we going to be doing tomorrow now when the time comes? So that is to say we have nothing to show. We don't have any evidence to show that really we have been following this man, and it's not good. Because that's why you have to really help yourself. Because at the time you are in Europe and people still control who you follow waka, like this other narrative they brought in Benin one time. Hey, don't share this video. If they ever see your comments. You know, one thing I'm telling you, as many that humiliated you supporting us to preach the gospel of redemption and salvation to humanity. What we are doing today is not for ourselves. We are not doing monetization, no. We are not doing it on our personal selfish interest the same way NATO. World Economic Forum were created for their personal selfish interest. That's why UN today they have not stopped any war, United Nations. That's why EU, they have nothing they are doing as far as this world is concerned. All they do is to exploit from Africa, feeling that we are their problem because the faith system that we have, a system that we have that cannot protect us. Go and look at Benin people dying in Libya. But Juanito does not care about that. They don't care about it. They don't care about it. I don't know. Now, before you start praising yourself or before you start raising up to a certain entity, what that entity stands for is what matters. Go to Libya today. Fulani not the travel, Hausa not the travel. I have not come across Fulani man working in any part of this Europe. They're their house. They are contented. It's we Yoruba and Igbo. Finish. But when our politicians were busy collecting money, Fulani were giving them money. They were selling their birthright because of a food for one day. All to the kings everywhere. Fulani were claiming hold of the land from whose Madam Fodius. The Fulani you are seeing today, they are good Fulani. The one that is schooling you is the lineage of whose Madam Fodius. All Fulani are not bad. Even Fulani were weaponized. Some group of aliens also hide under it. That we are going to use this tribe to make sure we conquer these people. That's why if you look at the ministers, top officials, they are Fulani. Instead of our people, if they have anybody that is doing well, instead of them to give that person a helping hand so that it become on a national or a global scale, they must try to bring that person down. Instead of my people to be praising, if this man, how bold they know with this guy. Look at how he's talking. Look at how he had dismantled NATO. Look how he sought UN. Look how he's talking about WHO. Look at. Instead, they will start causing distractions. Now, when we told you at times that whatsoever you sow, you reap, all this thing you are supporting now will consume you. There never a time you come and enjoy what I labor for. Even when I was fighting, there are people today, I respect them. You know why? Even in this social media, they are never one day cast aspersion on my struggle. I've not had it. They mind their business. And I've never one day also cast aspersion on their struggle. There are people in this very media. It's not all Edo that are alien. The one that are alien, if I mention it, they know themselves. It is not all Edo that are alien. No. That's why I love the recent maturity that people have. If people talk about most Igbo people are prostitutes, my dear, yeah, there are prostitutes among the Igbo, there are prostitutes among the Yoruba, but don't always count yourself among the people that are prostitutes. It's not all Igbo that are bad today. All Igbo are not globalists. All world leaders are not globalists. Like John Pablo Magufuli of Tanzania choose not to be a globalist. He sacrificed his life for his people. I will never inject my people. I will never collect money from the Chinese so that logically I'm selling out my people for free. They poison the man. But I know so many Tanzanians, so many people from Tanzanikas, they may not be able to know this. that John Public Magufuli were killed. But I know about it. That's why when that man were buried, in the spirit I was there. I've been in solidarity with people. I've been going down. So my activism is not only tied to over 5 billion people. My activism is tied to about 8 billion people that live on this earth who believe they were created in his own image and after his likeness. That have been my activism, and that is what I stand for. As many that we can save to make sure they are not killed. As many that we can save 90, 20, 30 before they are removing 95%. We are still trying to drag with them. That's why today we are still fighting these people to make sure our people are not killed. That is who we are. That is who we are. We keep on doing our video not for monetization. We are doing our video so that we begin to teach you from various perspectives. The reason why you have to hold on the line. The reason why you must have to give up. Because they are going to come again to come and frighten you. They are going to come again, and bring up a different narrative. They are going to start showing people to you, this one have to rejection. Don't you see right now is okay, Just add to the one you have, this one, this very new one is not like the one of before. They are going to trick you. But one thing, if you disobey God again, look at what the book of Isaiah said. Chapter 1 verse 9. He said, if you are willing and obedient, he said you will eat the fruit of the land. When God Almighty told you in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 verse 15, he said, I'm going to be sending you a pastor that will teach you with knowledge and understanding according to my heart. Now the man is here. That was why if you make reference to that Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19, he said if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the land. That's why there is obedience is better than sacrifice. My people will always say, I am or master. Lead me into temptation is better than deliver me from evil. I'll be my blood right from time. Should I break this one to you today, that 1,000 years peace treaty have been signed. 1,000 years no war. It starts from the very day you disobey these people in whatever thing they are bringing it. They are going to bring it on again. It might be stronger than the way it is before. Be ready to be hungered and thirsty for righteousness. What is righteousness? Right standing. You have to be ready for what is coming. It's not going to be a bed of roses. You are not going to get this freedom cheap. As soon as you are able to fight it, this very fight you are fighting today, you are fighting to save your life at the same time, fighting to get the things, the properties will follow you on this life. Your main property is not in this very Europe, or you have suffered to erect a building. It's supposed to come in a platter of gold. But so many persons seem to sit down on it. I'm breaking this very news to you today, so that for those of you that is giving up upon yourself, he said after the tunnel, there's going to be a light. So get that very clear into your head. Nothing good comes easily. 1,000 kilometer journey must begin with a step. That is why the step you have to make right now, go and study how to civilly disobey. And go and study the book of Genesis chapter 25. Because of a morsel of food, Esau couldn't wait for his own food to dawn. Esau couldn't wait the test of time. Esau were feeling thirsty, and that hunger became a different thing entirely. At time when they are going to call you, they are going to give out a better opportunities. If you can just come and take this one, add it to your own, you are going to get promotion. Please don't do it. I'm telling you ahead of time. I may not be having too much time to come and start reiterating. I'm not going to be fighting anybody. Instead of me to fight people, I will tell you, my people, don't obey them. If you obey them, you're going to find yourself in a cardiac of trouble. Am I making myself clear? I think what I'm hearing is not that clear to me, but I'm not going to be talking about that right now. We've already dethroned Tinubu before now. So that when it is happening, you always remember that, yes, this was the platform who pronounced the word, and it must come to pass the way we said it. We are not joking here. Whatever thing we are doing, we mean it. That's why the book of James chapter 4 verse 7, the part B of it, he said, resist the devil and it will flee. He did say the devil is not going to come. That is to say the devil will come. The devil will come with all manner of tricks. But God told you to resist him. God told you to resist him. That was why the book of Ephesians chapter 4, precisely verse 27, Ephesians 4 verse 27, he said, neither give place to the devil. Neither give place to the devil. At James chapter 4 verse 7, he said, resist the devil and it will flee. That is to say, devil will always be at your door. Wherever you are, he is there. If you are making progress, the devil is there. If you are losing, the devil is there. But never give him time to misinterpret you. Because he was also there with Adam and Eve in the garden. When he found out that at the time Eve leave Adam a little, then he went and attacked Eve. And said that thing that God said you shouldn't eat, that God said you shall surely die. He now told Eve, you shall not surely die, just change the word. And that word brought calamity according to how we studied the book of Genesis. So don't give place to the neither. Don't open door for the devil. Do not. Because he said the devil is like a roaring lion looking for you to devour. They are going to now present it to you. Now just do this. We want to make the city to become a smart city. This is what I've already know. Now if this thing is good, after Senegal vaccine the other time, I think that was March, at the February, they came out and say everybody should start claiming compensation for the injection. How many people that have injection damages? If you go to Australia, the same thing. People are claiming compensation. If you go to Canada, the government is being sued. They are claiming compensation. All European countries, they are claiming compensation. Now, I told you the other day that Mark Rutte resigned, the Netherlands Prime Minister. He did not just resign, he resigned because of the pressure that demanded on him. All these are the globalists. These are the people that own the new world order. These are the people that own the digital currency. These are the people that own the pains that you are passing through today. As he's resigning, he might have been arrested. Then they will give another person face mask, who they know they're not going to run, be wearing this thing. Look at his mindset, what the plans he had. They will always come and also make the same speech. This is what you are still seeing among these people. How many of you hear about Dr. Fauci again? The medical advisor of the United States of America, automatically for the whole world. Dr. Fauci. When they see him again. Anywhere you see Obama, now person they wear the mask and now whole organ they carry and waka. Now the reason why I'm exposing a lot of things to you, I might be putting them in danger because I cannot be in danger because the enemy is with me wherever place I go, and the God of my ancestors is with me. He is to tell you that you have already won. The problem I have with you that a lot of people are still sleeping. A lot of people are being still carried away by fetish things. The most important thing to me today is that you are alive to enjoy the goodness and mercy of God. When the Bible says goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, it's not about Jesus. It's all about you being able to withstand the recent circumstances and predicament the globality is trying to put you. You are able to overcome. That's why I'm going to urge you again and again. Do not open door for the devil. The only way you can open door for the devil, at the time the government say, if you don't do this, you will stop what? Tell them to say, beg us money, we will give the little we have. Don't commit yourself again. It will not be good for you. Don't try it again. Do not try it again. Don't just go there again. If you have been there before and you are still alive, thank God that God is saving you. Now, if you read the book of 1 Peter 5 verse 9, it says, resist him, standing firm in your faith, and in the knowledge that your brother throughout the world are undergoing the same kind of suffering. You have to know, you are not only the one that is facing the hunger. Don't let your own be different. The same thing, restriction you are facing, I'm facing it also. I go to my market, you also go. I go to different places you feel you are going. The reason why I bring a lot of things, I'm not reading the Bible to praise that what they've done, they don't teach to us. All these are things we are supposed to use it straight in our head. He said, resist him, stand firm. That to say, resist devil. Resist that government that is trying to come out. Beautify some certain devilish things. Because if the devil want to kill, if the lion want to kill goat, he will give him a wedding invitation. Beautify it. So don't listen to them. You rather follow me as I'm following the God of our ancestors. You know, I do sing a song here. I have found a way, I have found a way. I have found a way, that way to our freedom. The God of our ancestors is that way, and we do is that way. Mother nature is that way is to our freedom. That is it. As I find the way I'm singing this song, hey God, and sing it along with me. Because the life will be too good. The life will be too good. The reason why I'm telling you about the 5%, they said in their heart. And do you know my mind? When they said that 5%, I guess that was the same thing Moses had. Holy Spirit of God, have your way. When Moses had it, that all the Israelites should be killed, then Moses, with his own wisdom and enlightenment he have already got from God, right from day one, he knows that he's a mighty man of valor. He told one of his captains, he said, go and count the soldiers under my control. In the book of Numbers 31 verse 47, he said, Master, we have counted and none is missing. So I'm telling you today, you will never be depopulated. But you have to hearken to the voice of God in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19. If you are willing and obedient, and there is something you must have to do, there is a sacrifice you must have to make sure you achieve this very transition to global greatness. It's not going to be an easy thing. If you watch it, have not been easy for me to be shouting on top of my voice all the time. It is not easy. Do you know how many things are here? Do you know how many things are here? At times I reason 1.5 million kilometers per hour. My reasoning is more than the electronic wave. That's why we'll be able to stand firm today. If they are coming from here, before you know, God will give me another different interpretation to what they are saying. That's why if you watch it right now, I might be using parable to break it to. I'm telling you ahead, because lead me not into temptation. It's better than deliver me from evil. So there must be a sacrifice you pay. Before Joseph became a prime minister, he paid sacrifice. He had an opportunity to sleep with Potiphar's wife. Joseph was hungry. Joseph did a throw food for her for prison. But he looked at it. Instead of him to start eating on the dining, he looked at how everything beautified. But Potiphar's wife came and said, Joseph, if you can sleep with me. Even Potiphar's wife was even ready to kill Potiphar. That's the reason why you have to hunger. Let them say, we will drive you from work and drive you from the house. Tell them that, yes, I will sleep on that bridge. Because you are not going to be the one that is going to sleep on that bridge. As they are driving you in Spain, your patriot in Canada will stand up. As they are driving you in Canada, they are beating you from house. Then your brothers in Texas. I'm not talking about this idiot today. I'm talking about the patriot. People like Ted Cruz and Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas State. He will raise up a protest for you so that you will never be evicted from your house. That's why the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 9, he said, resist him, standing firm in your own faith. And remember, let me explain faith to you. Faith is the substance of things not seen, evidence of things you are hoping for. You are not seeing it, but you are hoping for it to come to pass. That's faith. My faith have grown beyond, and now have extravagant faith. That's what I have. And if I say, look how I want this to be. Now, if God has placed you in command, he said the heart of a king is in my hand. I turn it to wherever he pleases. That is to say, you have the right to say, this sin, I don't need it. I don't need a new world order. That was why everything changed automatically. I told them I don't need the mask. That was why they removed it. I told them, stop this very injection. You die in a hurry. They stop it. call it forth and it will come to pass. A lot of us, we don't know how to make sacrifice. That's our problem. We don't believe. After you might have fast for 40 days and 40 nights, you doesn't put any proactive measure on ground and just say, you go and eat and pray. It will not come like that. Before gold become gold, the path process of time. All great men in the Bible, look at it. Abraham blesses Sarah. You are blessed in the morning, you are blessed in the evening. Do you know what Abraham did? God asked him to sacrifice his only begotten son. And Abraham traveled for 4 days before he get to Mount Moriah. The mountain that God told him to sacrifice his son was a specific mountain. He traveled for good 4 days. And now you are not ready to face hunger for 2 months. And even do salam aleikum or aleikum salam. Are you kidding me? We are ready to go down the streets and even eat from the dustbin. We will disobey them wherever they bring it from. Let it bring from. But one thing I'm happy about, Putin is alive. Donald Trump is alive. And I'm alive to fight for you. Now, I know you don't believe. Oh, you may have little faith. People say, the Kanu is another savior. He's of people to say Newt is another savior. Igbo working at Una must say, whether you like it or not, I mean, me talk and say. Now, wait till me talk one rich. So, they are always still announcing their 2030 because you don't want it. Now, I went to Eche today. For most of us that stay in Eche, before I continue, Eche in Alicante region. I went to Eche today. Let me show you the amazing thing I saw. I was in Eche today. Let me show you the amazing thing I saw. This is our city bus. Do you know what they wrote in it? Look at it. What they wrote in it. They wrote Eche, that is, if you want to spell Eche, the abbreviation is ELOX 2030. La Ciutat Verdad. Now they're right, 2030. In all their buses. Before this bus you are seeing here, they used to put all those adverts. 2030 agenda. That's what they're advertising in Eche. I was in Eche today. I went on a special assignment. I saw it, I said, this one, I must stamp the picture. I have other picture. Let me bring it out from the Google Photo. It go don't enter Google Photo now. Because it is the phone I'm using, the broadcasting that I'm using, snapping it. You go don't enter Google Photo. It's more clearer here. Look at it. All of them. This is a different bus also. In Eche today. People don't know. Eche 2030. La Ciutat Verdad. That's what they wrote. But we don't know. We have churches there. They don't know what's coming for them. That's why tonight I pray. Every church that does not glorify God must close down. You know, the reason why the white folks, they supported us to have churches abroad is that so that we might be over-indoctrinated and put ourselves still into mental slavery. That's just the reason. So I'm not going to be spending too much time in this very video. I think I've been able to give us some key points. The reason why you must have to disobey. And now let me also blow your mind from the very perspective. If you read the book of Daniel, Daniel chapter 3 from verse 14. There did 3 Hebrew men. They find themselves in Babylon. Just the same way we find ourselves in this Babylon today. From another perspective, or if I may explain to you from another dimension, you are the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego today. What they told you to do was the same predicament Shadrach and Abednego were facing at a particular time. Do you know what they do? They disobey. Disobedience is not a sin. I bring it out from Nuremberg Code 2.0. My body, my right. My body, my right. You have to decide what. No, don't let anybody force you. Don't let them implement anything. Because some of the things they use in killing or they infuse fear. If fear they put everywhere. Hey, COVID. Many million died. It was a story. It was this same mainstream media they use it, saying all manner of lies. The highest lie on earth is what you are facing today. Now, are you going to allow them the second time? Or as soon as you are hearing it? That's what I'm going to be praying right now. Eternal King of Glory. Any government around the world that want to bring this thing on again, to intimidate their people or trying to advertise it, may you raise up spiritual army to riot against them. Any government around the world, I summon them tonight. Their people will also be the one that is going to disobey them. That thing will not stand. The will of God will not stand. The will of any do is what is going to stand all over the world. The will of our fathers, our founding fathers of Africa, the good ones who have evidential value for humanity. Our core value must be seen. Nobody will change us to robots. Any person planning to change us to robots, tonight, let the enemy do our mother nature and the God of Africa collapse upon his head. We have to be aware of this on time. We have to be aware of it on time. And always try, don't always exhaust yourself with money. Always try to have little money with you all the time. For example, always stock your house, home and abroad. In Spain, in our region here, let me not talk about the whole Spain, because the way we do activism these days, we don't just globalize it. Whatever thing we know that it's going to, maybe other states may be having different thought towards it. Like right now, Scandinavian money, you no longer change it in anywhere in Spain. Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, you no longer change it in anywhere in Spain. Their law is that before you leave Denmark, you are coming to Spain, you have to first of all change your euro before coming. And the exchange rate over there now, boy. The exchange rate over there, people can't afford it. That's why they always come to Spain normally. They go to Italy and change. And right now, everything has been blocked. You can't change it. During this very year, it's going to be difficult for them to move. Imagine what was supposed to cost you about 100 euro normally. It's now going to cost you about 150 euro. Look at most of us who send money home these last two years. Because euro don't turn to 60,000. Oh boy, my make one and there just send 10k euro, send and go out. That same person today, for him to bring that 10,000 euro, come to Europe again, one use and pay house rent, or you want use and buy car, he's going to be having about 6,000. We are now living an era whereby 1,000 pounds is now 1 million naira. Most people that go to call from money at home, it was about 1,500 pounds. They usually get it that 1 million naira, or 2,000 pounds. They usually get it that 1 million naira. But right now, for them to get 1 million naira from Nigeria, is now 1,000 pounds. They will lose 1,000 automatically. And this is how this thing is going to be difficult. Because all these things we have to go through it. Even the Bible talks about the book of Matthew. He said, those that endure to the end. Have you ever asked yourself, what is that thing you are going to endure? There's going to be hardship. Be ready to stay in hunger. Be ready to enter exile. So the only what can save you, like the standard issue of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego I was sharing with you. Let me conclude with that. Now, at times I do wonder, I don't really know what these people were looking for in that very place. Every other person have worshipped the graven image which King Nebuchadnezzar set up. It was a king. And right from the one that being the problem of the world have been the king. And I don't know why a lot of people are still too skeptical about this very kingship of a thing. I don't know what they are gaining. If you already read the book of Isaiah, because my own has proof. And I'm going to also be telling you, if you resist some wicked policy of a king, there is extra gain you also gain when you gain your life. That's why for those of you fretting, I'm not fretting about any vagabond and Australia wallaby. Because that is just it. Now, if you read out the book of Isaiah chapter 6 verse 1, it says, since the day King Uzziah died, Uzziah were standing, King Uzziah were standing, hindering Isaiah's progress. That was why when Isaiah were not sharing the testimony, he says, in the day King Uzziah died, Isaiah see the Lord. Now, King Nebuchadnezzar, after all of them are bowed down, they worship the graven image, which was a narrative purported. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to what they believe. They don't want to let down their ancestors, neither the God of their ancestors. Just the same way I'm standing tall today. Globally in the whole Europe, only the man. Did you stand? You stand in your room. For me, I'm standing outside. That one made it different. You don't see, swear they come out from my head. Oh my God, no, say, but your team is done. I all see quoi. I'm not saying that is. Don't know the best one. I'm going to explain this very particular area to you. Now, after everybody are bowed down, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego look at it. This is sentimental bullshit. We can't do this. Just the same way you said, no, we can't take this now. No. You cannot turn us to zombie. No. We are too global for this shit. Shadrach, Nebuchadnezzar looked around and said that everybody in that very province, they've already bowed down their knees and say, long live my king. These three Hebrew men, they don't bow down. Then he called them. He said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, are you trying to tell me you are not going to bow down to the graven image which I've set up? They told him, Master, King, O ye King, we are not careful in this very matter. If our God that we serve refuse to save us, we will not bow down. If he save us, if he not save us, halagali. Then he called them again. Are you saying, I told them to go and hit the fire again 7 times. They heated the fire. They put more law. No more school. We are going to drive you from work. Even at Wajigori, people like us will hold our strand. Then let the time comes. And you will not enter supermarket again. Let the time comes. Let the time comes. You are going to be relegated though. Let the time comes. When you want to renew your paper, they will not renew your paper again. No. Let the time comes. When you are sick, you will not see doctor that will attend to you. I will never be sick. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego look at all these things and say no. Because to my own point of view, to what I'm feeling in the spirit, most of the time if I'm explaining the particular place, there was no time for them to discuss. They've already know their core value. That's why if I'm leaving you tomorrow, for example, I'm no longer broadcasting for good, not for evil. Then you should be able to still hold the line due to how we have suffered and what we have went through. If by now, if you don't see me for 1 week, you cannot obey, you cannot disobey the next 2 weeks, there's something wrong. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they grew up together, for example. That thought is still in their head that this is our core value, this is our lane. We will never do this, nor do that, apart from this very one. That was what they were having that made them, all of them were speaking the same mind. This one will not look at this one. Because there was almost somebody, people like under incarceration. They were under custody of King Nebuchadnezzar. Then he told them, go and hit the fire again. He said, for the last time, are you telling me that you are not going to bow down? They said no. Even the soldiers, then Nebuchadnezzar said, be that they are not going to bow down to the burning furnace. Put them in the burning furnace, be that they are not going to bow down to the grave image which I've set up. They showed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego inside the fire. The sword that they have sold them, throw them in, according to the Bible. The flame of the fire affected them, killed them. But the people that were thrown inside the fire, nothing happens to them. That's why the people they call Ogion, but no one will die. But the people that raise that chorus, they know where you can survive it. Except if there's a general repentance. Mark my word, you can't survive it. How are you going to survive it? Giving people stigma because they preach the truth. But anytime anything happens to you, you are crying. Then why are you crying if artifact is collected from you? Now, I cannot revenge. You want me to keep quiet over the inhuman that is being done against me? A human being like me? No, we will not keep quiet. Continue procrastinating Continue saying whatever you want to say. We will know who is going to dwell and enjoy this earth. Or who doesn't even break war. Now, what now happened in that book of Daniel chapter 3? After the long run, Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, sitting down on his chair of kingship. He sat down like this, and we were watching. He said, "Was there not 3 persons that were throwing here? But the next person I'm seeing here, I'm seeing the 4th person in the midst of the burning furnace." There are some godly decisions you take that's heaven is watching though. The most drastic decision on earth will be taken by me. No military support, nothing. Even the spirit that's even guarding you are not even sure of it at times. It's me. They are watching. They want to see how it go. They want to see how Tinubu is outside like me. They want to see now. They want to see how this alien in America is going to come out and start confessing that I regret supporting Tinubu. Now, some of the benefits you got if you support a good struggle, and maybe at times you may seem as if people would. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they will no longer have a friend now. All of them, they've concluded and say, "Oh, they're for bad and see." And anytime every have to wait that you see that they want to go to them for a I get the rest of them. I'm giving up. Nebuchadnezzar look say the next person I'm seeing they look like the Son of God. God entered into fire with them. That's the same thing God have entered with me and with you. He cannot leave you nor forsake you. That's what God told Jeremiah, the book of Joshua 1 verse 9. He said, "Have I not warned you? Have I not commanded you to be strong and be courageous?" So I'm not somebody who have read the Bible who just read it for reading sake. I read the Bible for myself. I don't read it for other people. I carry on. Not. Can I read the go on? What do women? I not get checking for money. Me get checking for money. Let them bring it on. Ogba. He go leg back because you supported it. Now, if you read that the same Daniel 3, verse 29 and 30, the disobedience that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did now made them to get promotion in a foreign land, in Babylon. Do you know what Nebuchadnezzar said? The same person that commanded them to be thrown inside the burning furnace, the same person was now also the one that said, anyone that insults again the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he says such person, he go kill him. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were promoted in Babylon for disobeying the king. But the people that call Shadrach and Abednego go guys, you hear Dosha? Many are daft, many are mad, many are useless. Gosh. And they have their Bible with them. They disobey a king on a global scale. But the same king they disobeyed, we are not the one that promoted them. What about what happened to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego now happened in Edo State? Where are you? Hey, man, what you bet? Any person have to beg you. Like me, why they go? I was stubborn in heart. Why you remember Mokoko? I will be very man people everywhere. According to His Excellency, man, do not the canon. Please let me believe in you here, guys. God bless you all. Please share the video if you are led. If you don't see share, I mean me there go no me interesa. Yo me tene que hace lo que yo puedo hacer. Yo puedo hacer. This is about to follow King Agmo, your mama. Oh, I'm not disobey King. King of you know promoting. I was a way. Oh, so please, today's day is what's today's date? Today's day is 11th of July 2023. Today is Tuesday, 11th July 2023. Please, our telephone number plus 34631 +346310562 for that telephone number. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, IAICP TV. It's our official YouTube channel. IAICP TV is our official YouTube channel. Our backup YouTube channel. Hold on. Our backup YouTube channel is NTROL. INTEROUDU 247 TV. INTEROUDU 247 TV. Our backup YouTube channel. Follow us on the donation is a promised land. Also follow us on the New Construction International Limited, which is this very page. Follow us on official Facebook, the International Association for the Improvement of Colored People # Equality. Follow us there. Also follow us on the National Patriot Association. So God Almighty bless you. You can see that they are still fighting our page. Well, we don't mind. At least we can, each of the time we come out, we can save maybe 10 people with something. Please, we are still on creating awareness. Don't fall for their cheap blackmail. Don't fall for it. They are going to paint it again as if it's going to be good. It's not be good for you. It's not going to be good for you abroad. It will not be good for you at home. Please don't venture. I'm telling you ahead of time, because I believe on lead me not into temptation is better than deliver me from evil. Why? Because you don't get man to take hurry. So what they're doing on. If you look at it, I'll be fighting all these things alone. None of your blogger, none of anybody who does social media, whatever, want you to be alive. Their personal selfish interest, you know. But my next prayer that God will also reward them according to what they have sowed. If they are so good. But one thing I believe every one of us, the mindset I believe every one of us should be having, is to disseminate information telling us about the danger we are about to face in various places with domicile. There's a lot that is happening in the world, but people are covering it up. They are covering it up because they are political benefits. Most of these people, they know about it. But I pick up the courage. Look at the humiliation. Look at the segregation. Look at the isolation. That you do something for people who are supposed to praise you, because they thought, okay, this is where they thought is a lie. So their wickedness, they will repeat. That one is sacrosanct. And I'm going to also pray. That has been my prayer, and I've been on it right from time. So if it were to be good thing, they will not leave it for them. I think they are assuming as if it is well. It is not well. So now, so I'll talk and rest. So do have a nice everyone. So I love you guys. I love humanity. My fight is to protect humanity. And humanity is my religion. And it's supposed to also be your religion. So do have a nice day, everyone. Take care of mucho to the mundo. Bye. Ciao.